Which sport is better? All right. In honor of the 2020 Summer Olympic Games, now to be held in 2021 summer, and the 2022 Winter Olympic Games, I am pitting 16 sports against each other to determine which is the best sport. And each of these pairings, so it's going to be a tournament style face-off between 16 sports. And so, what do I need to cover? Well, how does it work? What is the structure of this competition? How long is it going to last? And what are the sports? How many are there? 16. 14 of which I have experience playing in some form or fashion, 2 of which I do not. But that's because I have not done many, I've ice skated and I've skied. And so I chose 2 sports I have not done for the Winter Olympic Games to keep things fair and balanced and keep myself in check. So how does it work? What is the structure of which sport is better in determining which is the best sport? So I've chosen 16 sports and they're going to face off in rounds. So in the first round, I'm going to call these the preliminaries. There are 16 sports facing off against each other. So 8 rounds, 8 matches of 2 sports. A pairing, we could call it. After the preliminaries, so there will be 16 sports competing and 8 sports will come out victorious after the preliminaries. And then we enter what I'm going to call the playoffs. This could also be called the quarterfinals, but I'm going to call them playoffs. And that's going to be where quarterfinals, something's on there. The playoffs where 8 sports will compete. Combine that to make speeds. And then from the playoffs, 4 sports will emerge victorious. And they will go one step closer to the championship round into the semifinals. And that's 4 sports competing for a spot at the championship round, the final round, which I'm going to call the championship. Two enduring sports face off to be grand champion, which is the better sport, which sport is better, and to be the best sport. So what is the sport that comes in that wins this? It is the best sport. From whose eyes? From my eyes. So I'm going to choose these 16 sports. I already have chosen them. And I'm going to talk through them. And I'm allowed to convince myself of which sport is better. So who am I convincing in these videos? I'm convincing myself which sport is the better of these pairings. And how did I come up with this? Well, I made a video comparing 2 sports yesterday, and I talked through the 2 sports, and I chose the sport that was better than I don't think anyone in my life would have guessed was the case for me. And so I was like, dang, I just shocked myself. Maybe I should do this for a bunch of different sports and see what I choose. So that's why I'm doing this. I'm like, let's see how I can surprise myself. And so this is how it works. This is how the competition works. How does it work on YouTube? Well, I'll put up a video for each match. So each time a team goes against the other, I will do a video. And we'll also do videos. This video, which is a structure video. So what is the structure? And info. So that's gonna include how long does this take and what teams are competing, or teams, sports. You can take a team if you want to, based on the pairing I've already done. I'm not taking a team because I've already surprised myself and shocked myself. So I'm going to do recaps or a recap after each round of competition. So I'm going to call each of these preliminaries, playoffs, semifinals, and championship is a round of competition, and each time two sports compete against each other, it is a match. Recap. So we've got a total, I'll post one video a day. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos just for this introduction and the recaps. We got one video, so that makes 6 plus 2, 8 plus 4, 12 plus 8, so 20. How did I get 21? I don't know. Okay, so approximately 20 videos. I guess I could add in surprise things or stuff too. Approximately 20 videos, so one video a day, that comes out to approximately 3 weeks of how long this will go on. And so I'll do a video a day until we have a champion. And until I have a best sport. And so that covers the structure of the competition. We've got rounds, 4 rounds of competition with different 8 matches in the first round, 4 matches in the second round, 2 matches in the third round, and 1 match in the final round. So this is, I hope this is all on screen, the structure, and how long it'll take is approximately 3 weeks, plus or minus, depending on if something unexpected happens. And then what is left? Well, I can give you, at this point, we can consider it's not a recap video, but it is a what are we going into in the preliminaries, what are the 16 sports, who is facing off. And what is there to look for? Well, tomorrow will be the first match up, and it'll be the first 2 sports of this list of 16 sports, and they are 2. I competed in 3 different sports in high school, and this is 2 of the 3. Yeah, I'm making it brutal from battle 1. So battle 1 is swimming. Which sport is better? Which is the better sport? Swimming or water polo? A sport, so swimming has 0 contact. Water polo is a high contact sport where there is no rest. Yeah. High intensity. So that is match 1 in round 1. The second match is also the third sport I competed in high school, track and field. And I also did recreational, so I did track and field, swimming, and water polo as competitive through the school. I also did soccer recreational. So these are the 4 sports I did on a team, be it recreational or school sport in high school. There's actually more, now that I'm thinking about it, but that was like club level. So we had, yeah. So, okay, 4 high school sports that I did, 3 as part of the school. I also did fencing as part of a community college, and rugby as part of a college, but that's not where we are. So that's match 2 of round 1, soccer or track and field. Which sport is better? Match 3 is going to be boxing, yeah, or tennis. I am Tanis and I play tennis. I played tennis for a few years and I have boxed. I am boxing. I'm in boxing training technically. So I'm Tanis who plays tennis. Tanis is tan in the summer. Tan is Tanis in the summer. Yes, 3 of the most common things they get with my name. So that is match 3 of round 1. Yeah. Moving to the next one. This is a good one, and this one's I like this pairing because I did both at Shoreline Community College. I went to a volleyball camp, which is high intensity, through Shoreline Community College, and I was part of the fencing club at Shoreline Community College. So these are my Shoreline Community College sports facing off against each other. I did the volleyball camp when I was in middle school, if I'm remembering correct, with one of my Russian friends. And yeah, so I thought this was a good pairing, is the Shoreline Community College. This is where I actually did the sports pairing. So these are the first 8 sports. I've done all of these sports. So then there's 8 more. So those are the first 4 matches of the preliminaries, which is the first round. So here are the last 4 matches of the preliminaries. This is one that, oh my gosh. So I competed in rugby at I guess it's intercollegiate because we competed against other schools. I was in rugby for the University of Washington. And rugby versus American football. Now that's one that was discussed, like, it felt like almost every single day of practice and competing. Rugby or American football. And I don't think either of these are in the Olympic Games, but they are sports. They're high intensity sports. This sport, you stop. This sport, you don't. They're very similar. This sport, rugby, you don't stop. American football does stop and take a lot of breaks. Rugby, there is no armor. There's no padding. In American football, they wear padding. So there's just 2 basic differences, but they're very similar sports and get compared a lot. So I thought that would be a very good first pairing. Yeah. All right. So this is match 5 of round 1. The preliminaries, I also call the preliminaries prelims. Match 6 is basketball. Yeah. Or, I wrote too big, curling. I have not done curling. I have played basketball. I have been on ice skates. That's the closest I've gotten to curling, but I quite enjoy watching the sport. So this is an odd pairing. I included curling in one of the other sports to be fair and balanced. This is for teaser for the Winter Olympic Games, 2022 Winter Olympic Games. So this is match 6 of round 1, the prelims or preliminaries. Up next is one that they're kind of linked for me. I went to a cheerleading camp and actually had to cheer a real game. And then I also did gymnastics at a gymnasium for a very brief while. So cheerleading or gymnastics, if you do kicks or like cartwheels and stuff, then gymnastics is kind of infused into cheerleading. So that's why I chose to pit these against each other. And so there were a fair amount of gymnasts who were cheerleaders, that kind of thing. So my life experience kind of meshed with the social structure. So that is match 7 of prelims round. And the last match of the prelim round, one that I'm very, very excited for, is bobsled. This is a Winter Olympic sport, or triathlon. But I don't know how to spell triathlon. Triathlon? It is how you spell triathlon. So this is match 8, round 1 of the preliminaries. So that is, I have not done bobsled. I have done all of the individual components of the triathlon, but I have not done the triathlon itself, like competitively, on a day-to-day, perhaps. So that is the 16 teams that are competing in this Which Sport is Better competition. It'll last approximately 3 weeks, and I've given you the matchups for the first round of competitions, the prelims, the preliminaries, and after these matches, I'll do a recap video where I provide the pairings for the, what do I call it, playoffs. So that's where 8 sports are competing. And feel free to view it as a team and take up a torch behind a certain sport if you want to. You can have more than one sport you're rooting for, too.